And if you've been with us this morning, we've been talking about some new legislation that could affect the privately owned animal parks, and we're going to talk to Jeff.
What is the Big Cat Safety Act?
So basically, the Big Cat Safety Act is pushed by a narrative of the radical animal rights groups. They are creating this fear-mongering that there's a major problem with big cat public safety in this country right now. And it's completely false. Now, I'm the first one that'll say, I don't want some guy next door in their backyard owning a tiger or lion. But the way it's worded, and it's purposely done by these animal rights groups, is it says private ownership. Even though I'm a zoo facility, I'm a private owner. So that's where the law affects me.
But it says if institutions are accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, that doesn't apply. So why don't you become accredited?
They require you to give a certain portion of your revenue to their association. Now, all zoos like us, because we exhibit, we're regulated by the USDA. So I don't want people to think I don't want regulation, but it's very strict. We follow all the same federal government regulation as Syracuse Zoo, as Utica Zoo, as any other zoo, and we follow New York State regulation, which is very strict. But AZA is basically, it's a private organization that you pay to be a member of, and they take a certain portion of your revenue. Now, if you give me $10,000 of my revenue, do I want to send it to them, or do I want to put it into my big cat care? I'm going to put it in my big cat care every day. It has a major impact on us.
So if this bill passes and you can't have the big cats, couldn't you still stay open without the big cats?
The way my park is structured is we specialize in the big cats. People will say, well, you're not going to get shut down immediately. No, it won't. I built this zoo from the ground up. But I want my kids to be able to take this over. Now, with the way this legislation is set up, I won't have to necessarily get rid of the big cats I have, but I can't allow breeding. And I don't breed big cats to sell. It's not about that. If I have my rare snow leopards breed, I would like to supply other quality institutions with them or have them for me in the future. I mean, they only have a life expectancy of a certain amount, and once they die off, I'd have these enclosures that we couldn't have more cats in to put in because they'd be outlawed, and basically it would not allow my children to take the zoo over. And our enclosures are huge, big cat enclosures. I mean, our big cat exhibits, our lion and tiger exhibits, are bigger than the local zoos exhibits. So, I mean, yeah, I could put, I guess, guinea pigs in a tiger enclosure. You're not going to spread the educational message that you're going to with tigers.
You know, we visited, it was 2 years ago. It's a beautiful facility you've got, and that is one of your big attractions.
I encourage people, visit other zoos. We need you to support them. But I will put my big cats or any of my cats up against theirs any day of the week. If you want to go see healthy, happy cats that seem to be active, you'll see mine are more active. And that's just the environment that we provide them. And not saying they don't take good care of them. It's the way that we raise them, the way that we interact with them. We don't go in with our big cats anymore. It's all protected. But as cubs, we work with them, and that makes them live a less stressed life. They're not threatened by people. And when you're stressed, it's unhealthy. And they're trying to exempt AZAs all of the recent issues in zoos in this country with escapes. We have Harambe. We have the San Francisco Zoo had one person killed, 2 injured. The Palm Beach Zoo just had a zookeeper killed by a tiger. They all have one thing in common, and that's it's AZA accredited. You haven't seen the private zoos in the news like the AZA. They need to get their house in order before they come attack us.
What do you want from us? What can we do to help?
Well, just spread the word to contact your state representatives. Just oppose this bill in the context that it is, and they're very creative at their wording with animal rights groups, where they make it sound like it doesn't affect certain institutions, and it does. A lot of these laws you don't find out. It's like the devil's in the details. We're already being attacked on our Facebook since I made this post by animal rights groups. I mean, I guess they got off the couch to go on their computer and attack us, but I mean, it'd be great if they go to work. It's crazy. They have nothing better to do.
Or even come down to the park and see for themselves before they say something.
Oh, absolutely. I challenge anybody that has anything negative to say about the wild. Come to the park, visit, ask for me personally. I'll talk to anybody. It's kind of mind-boggling. You'd think that a local business that brings in probably 120,000 people to the area here that we have, they'd want to support. And we're hoping that, we get some ground and we get this bill killed, because they don't need to amend it. They need to kill this bill.